Hello, Divine Soul Tribe. I'm back again with a message and a reading. Welcome to my channel. I'm Divina. This is going to be one of my dark corner episodes. I should number them really, but it is what it is. They get out there, they reach whoever they're supposed to reach. Right. So, guys, I've been putting this one off for a little while, but I have been getting quite a bit of channeled messages coming through recently. But I wanted to put it off. I've been putting it off because of the energies that we're in. There's some very seriously heavy energies. We have been in the midst of a 13-day satanic ritual cycle building up to Beltane, which is takes from the 19th of April to the 1st of May, which is going to be tomorrow, because as it stands today, it is the 30th of April 2023. Not that that's really relevant. This message will reach you whenever it's supposed to reach you, right? So 1:11 on the clock before we get started. I'm going to title this video you Karmavillains reaping what they have sown. Right. So, oh my god, this is how long this has been sat here waiting to be recorded. Like, I dreamt on the 24th. I had a dream on the 24th of April about a demon sneaking up, trying to sneak up on me. Now, this demon, it was a female demon in a blue dress. Well, you know the Daneo song, Devil in a Blue Dress. Anyway, getting off topic. Well, not really. But, so, yeah. And in this dream, I see this demon in a mirror. I was like stood next to somebody, which was supposed to be a high priest, talking to this person. And I see the demon behind me in a mirror, coming towards me from like a doorway. You could see it was a demon. It looked like the Grudge, but anyway, you just know. So I'm like, and I could see it coming towards me, trying to sneak up on me, thinking that I couldn't see it. Anyway, I said to the high priest, I said, are you going to help me sort this out? And he was like, no. Actually pushed himself up against the wall and said, I don't have the power that you do. I can't do anything about it. I don't have the power that you do. Sorry? There was another person there that was supposed to be a high-level witch, and then somebody else was there, and the high-level witch, she ran away, and then the other person that was there, they helped me apprehend this demon. I had to pick up a chair, whack this demon. I couldn't see it because obviously I turned around. Pick up a chair, whack this demon, and then, like, it was like a chair that had bars, like, you know, between the feet, so you could, like, put it across its neck. I managed to, you know, trap it, and I'm looking, don't ask me why, I'm looking for a rolling pin. It looked like I was in a bar. 3:33 was on the clock when I said that. The number of the ascended master, love that number. I hope we're all ascending. Well, I know we are. Anyway, Divine Soul Tribe, back to the stream. So I'm looking for this rolling pin, couldn't get a rolling pin. I managed to get a butter knife. Getting this demon with this butter knife, and I'm thinking, well, because obviously you can't really feel anything in the dream, and I'm stabbing, and I'm thinking, well, how do I know I'm getting the demon, right? And then I started to see like fluids like coming out, so I knew I was getting it and killing it. But like, I woke up, I wasn't frightened or anything like that, but it was just so odd to me that there was a high priest there that told me he didn't have any power. I was the one that had the power, and I had to kill the demon. I mean, obviously that's symbolic for me to fight my own demons, but this wasn't just a normal it was a demon that thought it could sneak up on me and attack me without my knowledge. 444, protected by angels. I am angel, you're angels. Let's get into it, right? So, obviously the colour blue is to do with communication, throat chakra. So that was that. And then the other day, yeah, I had another dream. Always trying to get you in the dream state. So if you've ascended to a point where people can't bother you and attack you and lower your vibrational frequency in your waking state, they're going to try and get you in your dream state. And I don't know if I've said this in a dark corner before, but I've definitely said it in my other videos before, Divine Soul Tribe. You have to be vigilant. Set your intentions when you go to sleep. Like, actively rebuke any dark, evil, negative energies, entities, intentions, and or attachments that may try to come at you or for you or infiltrate you in this realm, your dream realm, any timeline, space, whatever, however you say it, whatever you want to say, yeah? 5:55. Big changes are coming, because this is the dark corner that I've got coming. It's about exposure, right? It's about them reaping what they've sown. Yeah? Because the last one I did was about them being exposed and exterminated. Anyway. So we just established that that one was wearing a blue dress. It's about communication, right? So the other night, again, another one. But this one wasn't threatening. He because looked like Heath Ledger. Anyway, that's irrelevant. Wasn't threatening, wasn't trying to attack me, wasn't doing it, was just there. He was just there. And the only reason I knew that it was a demon was he opened his mouth and he had a black tongue. But it looked like it had been like cut off, yeah? I mean, he didn't do anything. But here's the thing. Now, I don't normally do this, and this isn't like something that I generally go to for protection, because I've got my own ways that I do it. But I literally in the dream said, in the name of Jesus Christ, I compel you. And with that, he flew out, because he was in my bed. Flew out of my bed, right? Across the room. And as I went to finish my sentence, I don't even know what I was going to say, like something like that, like I rebuke you, or in the name of Jesus Christ, I couldn't speak. Like, I lost my voice. So, what I'm picking up from those two particular dreams is that they're trying to shut us up, trying to stop us from speaking our truth, trying to stop us from, speaking our truth. Anyway, so, back to the title. Sorry, it's nearly 7 minutes. So, Karmavillains, reaping what they have sown. Right, they were warned too many times now, and now it's time to pay the piper, right? They've been sending out their me-seeks, right, and the devil. Well, they've been working for the devil, but they've been sending out their me-seeks, their entities, we're just going to call them me-seeks, whatever, entities, demons, to do their bidding, right? But we've been too protected. This is why they've tried to silence us. They've tried to keep us quiet so that we can't speak up. They've tried to keep us confused, tried to attack us in our levels, in our ways of communication, right? And no, right? We've been on it. We've ascended, we've grown, we've evolved, yeah? So the thing is, these entities that they've been working with, the me-seeks and the devil, they want what they were promised. They want what they sent these creatures out to do, the Karmavillains, right? Here's the thing, because this is what I've had to be doing in my dreams, slaying demons, right? So, because we've grown and evolved and we've overcome anything that's been trying to silence us, trying to stop us in our tracks, trying to keep us suppressed, right? Trying to sneak up on us and attack us, right? These creatures want what they're owed. Well, the me-seeks and the devil. right? So, and the thing is with the Meeseeks, as we've talked about before, they don't stop until till the job's done. So if they've sent these Meeseeks out to go and do a job to get at us, right? And not everybody's going to be in the same position as me and be able to slay them. Some people, you might not have seen them. Your divine team, your ancestors might have just cut them off at the head and been like, no, off you pop back, you can't come here, like, too protected, right? They want to be paid. They want what they was due, or they want to finish their job. They've got a job to do. That's what they've been hired for. So they've had to go back, right? They've been trying to go all out. That's why they've been sending them in. Keep sending them, because I don't get them that often coming to me in my dreams, but just lately it's been relentless. Well, that's all right, because it's just extra training, isn't it? It just gives me the opportunity to keep fighting them, strengthening myself, right? Anyway, so this is the thing. This is what I got the other day, like from that dream the other day. So it's time for them to pay the piper, and these entities and the Meeseeks, they've got a job to do, and they're not going to stop until their debt is paid, right? Because they're owed something now. They've been making deals with these entities, the Meeseeks, the demons, the devil. They've been making deals. And this is the thing, when you're making a deal with the devil, he always comes to collect. I'll give you this, but you got to do that. I don't know if I told you the other day, I watched this, I've been re-watching Charmed, right? And I watched an episode, right, where this woman, she wanted her worldly goods. She'd made a deal with Hecate for a grandchild. And Hecate's like, I'm coming to collect. Give me your son's seed so I can bring a child into the world. And you'd have to go and watch it, but this is the thing. They always come to collect. You can't slink out of a deal. You've done the deal. You've got to pay the price. Yeah, you've got to hold up your end of the bargain. And this is the thing. They've been trying the most to get things done, right? It's either give up or go all out, yeah? That's a little, it's not even a can't beat 'em, join 'em sort of thing. Like I said, it's that whole deathmate, what is it? The inmate on death row. Don't care. He'll take you out, your granny, your goldfish, your hamster, the lots, mate. He'll even take out your pet fly. You don't care because he's going to die anyway. This is the thing with these people out here. I've just done a reading. Done one of my normal ones, right? Collective. And that's what come up. The coffin, the bad health. It's a wrap. Paperwork, imprisonment, poverty, despair. The lot. There's no get out of jail free cards or appeals on this one. It's done out here. They're done out here. They knowingly tried to take out chosen ones and their kin. It's curtains. It's curtains for them. And that's what I've been getting. They're done out here. Right? Done. So, we're going to get into it. Right? Because that's the thing, that's what I call. There's no get out of jail free cards. There's no renegotiations. We can't, well, if I do this, if I do that. Because the fact of the matter is, you guys have done so much hard work. You've protected yourselves. You've ascended to such a high level. You're not even in their purview anymore. They can't reach you. Your ancestors, your spirit guides, God's got your back. The angels, brothers and sisters, because you're intergalactic cosmic beings, right? And like I said to you before, that high level underworld ancestors, your ancestral protection has been activated. So that's the problem as well for them. They were downstairs, 1444, again with that angelic protection. Alright, talking about downstairs, but somehow, top, middle and bottom. 3-tier protection and then some. Because they were out here doing the absolute most, going all out. because they were because they knew because they've been knowing they can't reverse what they've been doing. It's backfiring because they've been getting the backfires for a little while now. Like I said, they were using demons to scry with, and I think that's what tipped off the underworld, because obviously, yeah, they do play with the underworld, whatever, but because they were using certain, they must have been using look for who to do what, where, what, my people then. You doing what? For what? But no. So they've upset some serious entities. They've not been able to hold up their end of the bargain in their deals. They've not been able to deliver on what they've promised, because, like, you know, they were messing with the wrong one, chosen one. And the thing is, right, this is no, and I'm not saying this like, you know, in a funny way, just, you know, I'm not asking, I don't want anybody to take what I'm about to say in the wrong way. But like I said, there's different waves of twins. There's different waves of angelic beings that are coming in, coming online, got jobs to do, We've all got different jobs to do. Chosen ones have different jobs. Not that other twin flames or divine soul beings don't have protection, because obviously you do. But you're on their radar because you've got a specific job to do, which reaches a grander scale. Your job does other things, right? Chosen ones have a different job to do, so their protection levels are going to be different. I told you, we're like the John Wicks of the spiritual realm. Oh, I see the trailers. Go watch that. Anyway, getting distracted, right? So they've been messing around with the wrong ones. They've been trying to mess with the wrong ones. There's no renegotiating. There's no taking it back. There's no get out of jail free cards. There's no appeals. None of it. They're done for. Look, psychic attacks. They're done for. Like, have you seen that Pan film, Peter Pan, with Robin Williams, and the kids are all singing to Hook, Old, Alone, Done For. Obviously these people aren't alone because they're working with each other, but they've been out here doing too much, playing in the woods. That's what they're going to be doing tonight, because come midnight it's going to be the 1st of May. This is why I've been wanting to put it off, but if I know my ancestors have been working overtime, and I've been getting the messages, get the word out now, going to a reading. So here I am. So if you're still here, 18 minutes in, thank you for sticking around. I'm getting the cards out now. Look, I didn't even see that. Divine protection and intervention. So I'm going to pull that. And no matter what they've been doing, you're going to get your abundance. God's ambassador. I mean, we're all God's children, but you've obviously got a higher purpose. Not anybody's purpose isn't high, because it is. Right? We're all angelic beings out here with important work to do. It's high ranks. And you've been getting the signs. Angels are protecting you because you've got goddess energy. And you know what? You've done your dark night of the soul. You've done your purging, right? You've done your house clearance. And that's why you are where you're at now, yeah? I'm going to shake the cards and see what comes out, okay? That's 2 now. Enemies? Is that enemies? Enemies? You have a big mission on Earth, and Dark Night of the Soul Purge. That was what was just there. That's what I've just been telling you. This is what you've got out here to be doing. This is why you're being protected at all times. Psychic powers, clairvoyant. So, I don't know what we should do. Let's go to Kipperville first. Kipperville. community. Main female. Shuffle. Child. That's you with your innocence. Yeah? Child of God. That's why they want you. God's ambassador. That's why you've got divine protection and intervention. Because you're held in high honour. I'm going to take that out. Look, right behind that is a false person trying to steal your honour. Trying to steal your honour with that mature woman. That false person is working. Look, there's two of them there. One of each, male and female, right? Working with that mature woman in the background, right? Trying to infiltrate that official person's life. Yeah. Hoping that in the distant horizons that they would be, well, it doesn't matter now, does it? Because it's all done and over with. They're hoping that their retribution, is it retribution? Is that the right word? I think that's the right word. That's coming their way is in the distant horizons, but it's not. It's going to be a lot closer than they think. Why? Because they've been out here, these false people have been out here, right, trying to be the main male and the main female. Take it as it resonates, right? Trying to stop this impending union, this God-ordained union, because you're held in high honour. Official person. That was what that mature woman was trying to infiltrate. However, we're going to see what happens next. Because look, they've been in that family room. Look. Maybe this is somebody that's been working with them. Trying to help dispatch these false people. I don't know. Maybe they had to get somebody else in. That's what I'm hearing. Maybe they tried to get somebody else in. Somebody from outside of their group. Nah, you're the official person, because that was what was behind the false person, isn't it? You're the official person and your counterpart is the official person. Alright? Because this one out here is trying to send in these false people to try and act in either capacity, main male or main female. Right, yeah, to try and hoodwink the official person, which was you. Because you got on the train and you took your journey, that's why. Right, I just want one more because this is going to get too much otherwise. Yeah. This is the thing. You're an official person held in high honour. Your person's an official person held in high honour, because your person, as we know, walked away from that group, got on the train and took their journey on the train, right? We know this because it's been coming out, right? This is what they've been trying to do. This one out here, the head of the group, the coven, the clan, whatever, or the head of operation. It's not funny. This is what I'm hearing, right? This is who oversees the operations of dispatch. Because don't forget, a lot of them have been working with witches, and that's what I'm getting out next, yeah? She's the one that dispatches all these false people that go out and do these jobs, yeah? There's that family room again. Told you, it's their job. It's that mature man and that privileged lady. That's your person maturing, right? Knowing that you're the privileged lady. They've woken up, because this is the thing. This is the message that I was getting in my other reading. I don't know if you've watched it. If you haven't, please go and watch it. Your person's woken up, right? To any spell work's been broken. This is the thing. Spell work's been broken. Any curses, hexes, spell work, binding, magic, poppets, any of it is broken. Snip. It's done, right? So your counterpart has woken up to all this sort of stuff. So if they were kept bound and tied into false people pretending to be their counterpart, then they've been woken up to this. Your person has matured and realised that you're the privileged lady, you're the person that's held in high honour, that they should be in a union with, right? Okay, so some of these people out here are going to end up in prison because they were out here trying to be working overtime, trying to be the wealthy trying to gain the wealth, trying to become the wealthy man. But that hard work, look, that person is concerned, and there's a message of concern. Because they've been out here trying to steal, and they've had their papers served now. Now, a lot of different things were coming out in that last reading that I did, but they're going to end up in poverty while you get your great fortune. So I'm going to stop there, because otherwise it's just going to go through the whole deck, right? You're going to get your great fortune. They're out here being concerned because all their hard work is not going to pay off. All they've done is alert all the powers, entities, the powers, even official people, right? Judges, courthouses. Look, the courthouse is there, right? They're facing judgment because they got sloppy. Because I think, because they, I mean, it hasn't come out here now, but the despair, that came out in the last reading, right? They were in despair and they were doing overtime. Yeah, look, toil and labour. They've been doing overtime, so they got sloppy because they were getting worried and concerned that nothing was working, that things were backfiring, right? Because the spell work was wearing off, your person started to wake up, right? Despite all the work that they've been putting in. Like I said, that's her job, to dispatch all these false people. Where they at? To dispatch all these false people, right? They've been sat in the family room reading out these messages of concern because these people out here that have been out here trying to steal things from this, look, even though, look, these two are out here trying to steal from this one here, that's a child, yeah? Trying to steal from this wealthy man. Covertly, but it's not working, obviously, right? So, that's them ending up in spiritual poverty and quite possibly financial poverty. Well, that's actually what was coming out earlier. Financial poverty. They've been getting the papers. They've been getting it. I said this to you the other day. They they were getting the memos, but they were acting like it was junk mail. God doesn't sign junk mail. And it didn't go into their spam folder either. I don't know why I'm laughing. Well, I do actually, because they are going to end up imprisoned. Either in the 3D or in the spiritual realm, in the 5D plus. Either way, this is them in poverty. Well, you and your person are going to be this. That's what they were trying to do, become the wealthy person. I told you this before, they're trying to circumvent your wealth, trying to get in front so that they could take your place. But you're held in high honour. This is them. The harder they worked, the more hard work they put in, the more they went in on this job of theirs, wherever that card is, the more they went in on that job, right, the sloppier they got, the more they alerted people, ancestors, entities, take it as it resonates, right? The more they was alerting downstairs, them people them downstairs, yeah? And out here trying to do binding spells. There's that flipping midwife again. They got sloppy, okay, because of their desperation, and now they're concerned having meetings in the family room because of this imprisonment and this poverty, because they've already, I told you this before, their powers are waning as yours are growing because you're calling your energy back. Because you're growing and ascending, your powers are growing and ascending, right? Because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, there's a waning, so they're calling on other things to do their jobs, right? Do basic stuff like scrying, out here spell casting. There's that midwife still, right? Manifestation. All they've manifested for themselves, whilst they're out here doing curses and remedies in the kitchen, right? In their flipping sacred sites. Intensification. I told you, they're in the flipping woods. You can't make this up. Look, that's a coven having a moot in the woods at a sacred site. Why? Because it's Beltane. They've been doing curses and remedies. The curses haven't been working, so they've been trying to do remedies. So they're out there at the moment. Here we go. We're going to get into it. They're out there trying to protect themselves. They're trying to do some reversal magic. They're trying to call on their ancestors, their old ones, any entities that they think they've got any affiliation with to try and protect themselves, because this is a hag bag. And that's all of them. That is all of them. Witches of the craft. And in the book that goes with this, it's literally a list of all the different witches that you get. Yeah? So that's them calling on all their sister witches to help them out with this job, because it's a big one. It's a big job out here. Now, there ain't nothing they can do. If they're not out there calling on all the people them that they can possibly get to help them with these spells, these remedies, because I'm telling you now, they're done doing curses, because every time they've done a curse, it's backfired. Been telling you this, right? You're protected. First card that came out, divine protection and intervention. Why? Because you're God's ambassador. That's why the Meeseeks are going back and whooping their asses. That's why the devil wants time to pay the piper, right? You promised you was going to get this done. 33 on the clock. Oh, let's get into it. They're out there trying to remedy this. It ain't going to work. They're doing the absolute most to make sure that they get some form of protection. Ain't going to work. They are going to. The papers have already been served. It's too late. So they're out here trying to do the most. We've already seen the midwife. There's the innocence card. Look. That's the sacrificial lamb. Let's hope it is just lambs they're out there sacrificing. Charms and enchantments I've just seen here, look. Hey? But anyway, that's them out there with all their sister witches. Listen, it ain't just one coven. They've probably been inviting their neighbouring covens as well, because they're out here doing the absolute most to see if they can, whatever it is they can do to remedy what they've already, whatever it is they sent out to you, it's coming back on them tenfold. And it's been coming back on them. So they're out here trying to harness the energies of this time of year to see, right? Because it's the season of fertility, right? Hence the reason why they're out here with a lamb. at the very least, in a sacred site. I'm telling you, that's what they're out there doing, right? To see if they can protect themselves, trying to see if they can birth some protection, because they were out there doing the most. All these other moon cycles that they've been out in the woods playing with, they've been trying to get you. Using magical tools. I told you they're doing the absolute most out here. Let's see what else we can get. They're already bound. It's too bloody late. Because all those binding spells they were trying to do to you, trying to do to your person, to try and keep you bound and trapped, right, in this mental prison, yeah? Because that's what they were doing. Illusion spells, trickery, all kinds of nonsense to keep you trapped and bound in misery. And this 3D life and poverty, that's them. They're in spiritual poverty now, and they're trapped and bound. All they've done is bind themselves. What did I tell you? They've alerted the ancestors, the old ones. They're begging theirs for help now. Some of their ancestors are out there like, no, sorry, we can't help you. Because do you know what? They were warned. They were warned. They were told, stop what you're doing. They were told by other people. I told you this a few months ago. The lights are on and they're on. You are messing with God's ambassadors. What are you doing? You don't touch them. You leave them alone. They didn't listen. These ones are like, we can't help you. Some of them have been disowned by their own ancestors. Because they've been out here playing with this one. Even this one's like, you got to pay up. The debt's due, mate. Want one more card? I asked for one more card. That's the crone. That's death magic. That's what they've been out here doing. God said, that's a wrap. I'm telling you now. Some of their ancestors have been like, we tried to help you, but you wouldn't listen. And they were out here thinking, oh, it's all right, we can do this, we can do that. This one here will help us. This one here, don't give a shit. He won't pay him. You don't renegotiate. He's not out here renegotiating terms and conditions and none of it. You bound yourselves. Well, I was going to say you. They bound themselves to whatever agreement it was that they made when they were out here in the beginning, playing in the woods. Where is it? In these sacred sites to intensify the magic. Right? Out here calling on their old ones, their ancestors, but some of those ancestors are your ancestors that they were calling up. Because let's not forget, we ain't always all been out here as angels, as intergalactic cosmic beings. We've been down here before, doing this, that and the third. You don't get high level underworld ancestors if you've always been down here in love and light. So some of these ancestors are your ancestors. Because let's not forget, some of you, some of you that are here, not all of you, because some of you, this is going to have been coming from your person's side of the fence. If you're a chosen one and you resonate with being a chosen one, part of the 144,000, your name's in their system. You're on the radar, because these aren't just basic people. We're talking about, well, obviously these are ancestors. But these aren't just basic people. We're talking about some high level people out here. We're talking about groups like networks. Yeah, these aren't just like a one little book club down the road. This is a network. Like, they will have sects, they will have covens, they will have cores, like, you know, whatever it is you call them, groups, like different bands, different levels, like the Masons and the Illuminati. They come in all different shapes and sizes, and they're everywhere. Yeah, all right. So you're a chosen one. I promise you, your name's in the system. They've been watching you your whole life. They've been on you. Yeah. So anyway, back to this. So some of you would have been in your past lives, parts of those covens, parts of those groups, parts of it. Yeah. So some of these ancestors that they're calling on are your ancestors, and you might well have been cloaked whilst you weren't in your full knowledge or full knowing to a certain degree, because I feel like that is a thing. Like if you go and watch Charmed, right, even though people knew that they was coming online, they was going to come online, their grandmother she bound their powers, right? She bound their powers, and then as soon as she died, their powers came online. As soon as their powers came online, all the warlocks and the demons were on them. Like, oh, like I said, the lights are on and they're home. Yeah? Because in the first episode, Piper was dating a warlock. He was aware of who she was, but she obviously didn't know who she was. And they knew who the grandmother was, you see, right? They knew who the grandmother was. So they did their research and they knew that they were the chosen ones, yeah? And they knew it was just a matter of time before they came online, right? So as soon as they all came together, the sisters, not that that's how it works with us, but it's just an example so you get some comprehension. Not saying that you don't have any, but you know, for those of you that don't, I'm just trying to explain it in an easy way. As soon as the three sisters came together and they spoke from the Book of Shadows, their powers came online, and it literally was a case of the lights are on and they're home, right? So obviously, if they were aware of what bloodline they were going to come, like I said, they were the chosen ones. They didn't even know who they were. They didn't even know who they were until their grandmother died, and they all came together and then spoke from the Book of Shadows, and then they came online. They had other people watching them, knowing who they were at all times. Yeah, it might have just been a small percentage of people to begin with, but as soon as they came online, everybody been knowing who they were. Oh, they're home. Right? So, some of their ancestors are your ancestors, and once you came online and your lights were on and you were home, like I've been saying to you throughout the year, it's been a case of the house clearance and stuff. What was it? Oh God, I've lost what I was saying now. I'm train of thought. Ancestral protection, right? Your ancestral protection. What I've been saying to you all year. You've been growing and evolving, and they've been getting the memo. They've been getting told, leave them alone. Right? That's a chosen one. You're not still. They have been chosen from their ancestral bloodline. The ancestors have given them the crown to do the job, to break the curse. These ones are here. Nah, that's all right. We could do this. We could get it done. Let's go here. We'll amplify it. Let's go and call another coven. That'll amplify things. Now they've got no choice but to call another coven for protection, because that's what's coming towards them. They're out here sacrificing, doing sacrifice. That's what they were trying to do to you. I'm not telling you this, right? And they've been trying to do enchantment. They've been trying to do enchantments to protect themselves, cover themselves up. Ain't gonna work. Quest for amplification. No. That's what they get for binding themselves to this one out here. That's the problem. They bound themselves to this one out here, and it don't matter what they've been doing in the damn kitchen, it ain't working. There is no remedy for death. They shouldn't have been doing it to you. They thought if they could get this done to you and make you the flipping sacrifice, right? 44 on the clock, but you're divinely protected, as we know. They thought if they could get, they're doing this magic to you, make you the sacrifice, then that would cure, It ain't happening. But that's what they've been trying to do to you, to circumvent you getting your gifts, to getting your wealth, to getting your abundance, because you're a chosen one by the ancestors, right? They were getting the message. They weren't listening. Oh, that can't be right. This is the thing. If you actually go and watch Charmed, I don't know how many of you have actually watched it, yeah, but like, you know, I'm showing my age now. It's the original one. I mean, it started back in 98, 99, right? You go back and you watch the original Charmed, right? Look, the Nine of Pentacles. You emancipated yourself from any of that stupidness, and they're out here defeated and depleted. They've deceived themselves into thinking that they could win this. Look, all they did was juggle themselves into being bound and trapped with this one, the horned god. They actually thought that they could get away with it. Now they've been left defeated and depleted while you're out here collecting your abundance. Unfortunately for them, they're out here juggling their mental health and their stability whilst you're out here about to get your Two of Cups. Because you're strong and you came away from any of that nonsense. And that's what you're in line for, and that's what they've been trying to stop, because the fact of the matter is, that's the Four of Wands. There you go, there's the King of Wands. There's the Empress over here. The Empress and the Emperor. Right. You balanced out your masculine and your feminine side, your divine energies. You balanced them. You balanced them out, right? And that made you even stronger. You weren't distorted, you weren't confused, you didn't feel defeated and depleted. You have done, but you grew and you evolved, right? You balanced yourself out. You found the strength and the courage to let go of your pride and ego and overlook all the things that have been, not overlook, but overcome all the things that have been done to you, the things that you've experienced. You took them things and you made them your strength, you made them your power, right? So now you're in line for your cat. Because you were like this at one point, right? Unbalanced. Now you're in balance, you're in line, you're aligned within yourself, and you're strong within yourself because you came away from all the things that left you feeling defeated and depleted and manipulated, all these agents of darkness that surrounded you your whole life. That's why you're in line for a divine marriage and partnership. Because you're held in high honour. Because you did the work. You did. Spiritual warrior right there. You released all these burdens that they tried to bestow upon you. Now those burdens are theirs to carry. And believe you and me, whoever doesn't end up in this situation, right, because this is not going to work, any protection, any remedies that they try to bestow upon for themselves, it's not going to work, because there's judgment. Oh, God. That's Anubis, isn't it? Yeah. How light is your heart? Because let's face it, right, we've all walked the dark path, but we came away from this energy being an agent of darkness, whether it was in this lifetime or the last lifetime. We're walking with God right now. We're not just divinely protected, we've got protection in all realms, top, middle and bottom, because we're God's ambassador. Even their ancestors told them, pack it in, because you're just going to end up, what's the word, not facilitating, or bringing about your own demise. That's what I'm hearing, bringing about your own demise. Because there's no way when they face judgment, what did we see? Imprisonment, poverty, despair. They're running around, look, This is the problem right here. This is the Four of Pentacles. They didn't let go of the thought that they could get one over on you, that they could win this. Even that they was told by their own ancestors, stop. No, they kept on going, fighting amongst themselves. We could do that. You could do this. Da, 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 da. No. Chaos and conflict. Now that's them scrambling around in the woods, trying to repair the damage. They're out there trying to do damage control, right? And this is, and it's your fault. But you followed your own destined path, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you followed your own destined path. Because you balanced your life out, because you balanced yourself out within yourself, that's why your counterpart's coming on in. All curses, hexes, spells, everything, it's all been broken. And I got that message when I had that dream. That was back on the 24th, right? No, I didn't come and do this. I didn't want to do this because this is draining me right now. Look, the sun, and you are the sun. God's son, S-U-N, you're a fractal. Oh my God, this came out in the last one. God's ambassador. God energy, that's the sun. S-U-N, you are a fractal of the sun. God's ambassador. Right? You've been getting the signs that you're on the right path. They've been getting the signs that spiritual warrioress or warrior. The Knight of Swords. Things are about to change very fast for them. They are. The Knight of Wands. Look, they're out here. They did the absolute most, trying to send in people to do sex magic, trying to send people in to manipulate you, to knock you off your path. But this was you old times. Ready. Look, I don't know if you can see that. Ready. Look. My girl out here's got her hand on that sword. She's sleeping with it in her hand. Come for me. Look. This is the thing. I love this deck. The Chariot. This Chariot out here is a hot air balloon. This is about ascending. Normally the Chariot is somebody in like a cart and got horses or whatever drawing the carriage, right? This is a hot air balloon. So for you to get into this Chariot and for you to travel in this Chariot, this is about you ascending. Why would you be going up in a hot air balloon? That's why. Because you're God's ambassador. They got that memo. They thought it was junk mail. Like I said, God doesn't sign junk mail. Everything that's been done in the dark is coming to light. They've got to pay the piper. They're out of time now. Also as well, the sun and the moon, that's yin yang energy. Yang, yin, yin, yang. Right? What's done in the dark always comes to light. And I've been saying this. Exposed and exterminated. Some of these people that have been out here in the woods doing the absolute most, trying to bring you down, trying to keep you in despair, trying to bind you to the 3D, to despair, poverty, because that's what they've been trying to do to you out here. Some of them have even been out here trying to get you put in prison, steal your spiritual gifts so that you're spiritually confined, right? They are going to be exposed because I told you they're going to be fighting amongst themselves. It's your fault this and that, and if you did this and you should have done that and blah blah this, you shouldn't have. Whatever it is, right? They're going to be squabbling amongst themselves again, getting sloppy because they're not paying attention. They weren't paying attention because they actually thought that they could get away with it out here. Five. Big changes are afoot, right? I told you, They were out here with the Page of Swords and the Page of Wands trying to get you distracted by somebody that's coming in with sex magic and manipulation, all kinds of nonsense, trying to keep you confused, juggling this, juggling that, holding on to false ideas and things that kept you bound, right? No. They're probably actually out here trying, well, obviously there's the manipulation and there's that squabbling, right? Again, confusion. But, like I said, all of that sort of stuff has been eradicated. It's done out here, just like them. Even somebody out here, look, there you go. Love bomber and emotionally, love bombing, right? The King of Cups, and somebody out here that's quite cutting and sharp, right? These are the sorts of people that have been out here working on you and around you. Yeah, 55 on the clock. Big change. Big changes. But you see this one out here, this is the problem. This one out here, thinking that his emotional manipulation would work, because a love bombing would work. Very complacent. Look, complacent. Like this one out here. That's not your regular Queen of Swords. The regular Queen of Swords has always got her sword up. Like that. She's always got it up. My girl out here's got her sword down. She's not even defending herself. So this one out here thought she had it in the bag. Just like this one. He's not even doing... So look at him. Got his foot up. These two out here are very complacent. This is the problem. That's the energy that they was in when they was doing all of this stuff. Not all witches are women. Please remember that. Right? So... because they got complacent, they tricked and deceived themselves into thinking they had it in the bag, right? And now they're squabbling amongst themselves. It's too late. It don't matter. It don't matter whose fault it is. We're done out here. Been telling you this. Right? The Page of Pentacles. See this one out here? Look at this, yeah? This one is feeding a rabbit. Right? Now, in the Fool card... is that a rabbit? Yeah, that's a rabbit. In the Fool card, it's like Alice in Wonderland going down the rabbit hole. This Page of Pentacles is feeding this rabbit. They thought you was the rabbit, breadcrumbing you, thinking that you was a fool, that you was trapped in an illusion, that they could keep you stuck, right? Out here collaborating with this body and that body, thinking that they could keep you bound, right? But you learnt to fill up your own cup of love. You didn't need them. You got away from them. No longer confused. Now this is them, stuck and trapped in their heads. Working with the wrong High Priestess. You see, you're the High Priestess now. Well, you always probably was, but a lot of you now, this is your basic template. You are in this energy at all times. Eyes and ears open, mouth shut. Your ancient wisdoms have been unlocked. This is the problem. The lights are on and you're home. I've been telling you this for months now, and now here we are. Things are being balanced out. And you no longer feel like you're about to miss out on the opportunity to be who you're supposed to be. Who's that, you ask? God's ambassador. Look. Slowly but surely, your person, your divine counterpart, was making their way towards you. That's the thing. That's what happened. Here we go. 10 of Pentacles. That's yours no matter what. Right? You're out here and you're going to have that firm foundation. Why? You're going to have that divine union because that's you and your counterpart, because you're held in high honour. That's why. Because you're God's ambassador. That's why. Right? Okay. So, right. What they tried to do was keep you and your counterpart apart from one another. Because if you come together, the magic that the two of you create when you're both in your divine energy, there's nothing that can come between that. They won't be able to knock you off your path. They had to keep one or both of you in your distorted energy so that they could keep you separated, and they could try to infiltrate this great fortune that you are entitled to, that's coming your way, right? So what they did was this is the thing, all they was able to do was slow it down, because this is the slowest moving knight in the deck. Yeah, the slowest moving person in the deck. But, excuse me. All they was able to do was hold the person back, delay it, not stop it, just delay it, right? Because you're getting this anyway. And they was out here doing overtime, trying to keep you feeling like you were stabbed in the back, betrayed, lied to. This is what they did to your person. This is what they did to you to a certain degree. By proxy, they would have sent people in to do this to you. They would have had you feeling like this, or even kept you in an illusion of this. But this was them, agents of darkness, constantly working in the dark, moving through like a ninja, right? Stealth mode. Because for some of you, you wouldn't have seen it coming. Your person wouldn't have seen it coming. For some of you, this was your person, unfortunately. However, right, this was them doing the absolute most, yeah? However, you made the wise investments, you made the wise choices. And yes, again with this delay energy, yeah, because the Seven of Pentacles is about delays, a temporary pause in action. Like I said in my video earlier, you plant a seed, you don't expect it to be fully grown tomorrow. It takes time to grow. You've got to nurture that, you've got to water it, you've got to show it kindness and love, yeah? Now, this is the slow moving night, so they made you feel like nothing, you weren't going to get anything, that your Ten of Pentacles wasn't going to come to fruition, right? They made you feel like you've made the wrong investments in the past, but you invested in yourself, and that's why things have grown, that's why things have evolved. It might have been a long time coming, but it's still coming, and it come your way. That's the truth. That's your Ten of Cups. Can't stop, won't stop. You manifested this, now regardless of the people that they've been out here working with, crooked and bent magicians, but you're a magician. You are the director of your life, and you took direction of your life, and you manifested the life that you're entitled to, the life that you deserve. Why? Because you're God's ambassador. Can't stop, won't stop. The lights are on your own. It just took a little bit of time and patience. Yeah, you went with God, you went with the angels. Yeah, everything happens in divine timing. So how about this? How about nothing's late, nothing was delayed, everything's right on time. Despite what they thought they was out here doing, you're getting your Ten of Pentacles. Your life is being balanced out. You never missed out on anything. They just delayed it. Well, they thought they delayed it. You had more things to learn. The Wounded Warrior. You had a few more lessons that you needed to learn. Your person had a few more lessons they needed to learn. Everybody's lessons are different. Oh, I can hear you now. I didn't need to learn anything. Well, you obviously did, otherwise you wouldn't be here now, would you? Everything happens exactly the way it's supposed to happen. And you know that deep down inside. Everything. Everything. So you just had a few more battles, not wars, battles to go through, tests, challenges, let's call it challenges. A few more 1 hour, 4 minutes and 4 seconds, so 144. You had a few more challenges to overcome, to prove your strength to yourself. Also as well, your dedication to the cause, to who you are. So there we go, another pause in action. But you know what? It forced you to look at things from a different perspective. And let's face it, and I'll tell you this now, because I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Every time I think I'm ready for something, God shows me why I'm not. No, you're not quite ready for that yet. then it gives me the time I need to stop, pause, and reflect on things and look at things from a different perspective. Well, why am I not ready for this yet? Oh, okay, that's why. Because this is the thing as well, right? Oh, what was it? Right, so they were out here sending in false people to try and knock you off your path. Some of you would have entertained that when thinking, oh, this is my person, da 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 da. Let's not forget the spirit of darkness, the Jezebel spirit, all of that runs through anybody. It's not sexist, it will run through people, all different people. And it doesn't have to reside in those people, it can just run through them temporarily. Okay? So the thing is, right, if you was given your great fortune when you thought you was ready for it, you might have entertained the wrong person and then you would have had it snatched from you. So there you go. That's the truth of the matter. That's the King of Swords. So you might have had some people that were sent in. They were just sent in to do a job. Professional. Sent in to cause tower moments. Now, for some of you, you may have to experience some tower moments yet, a few tower moments. However, these tower moments are not here to keep you trapped and bound in your mind, right? They're not. We're going to get past that because they're here to clear your path, to make you see things clearly. Because the thing is, there's going to be things, there's going to be people, places and things that you're going to be reluctant to let go of. The tower is here to clear the path. The tower only comes in when you refuse to do what you're supposed to do willingly anyway. But this is them. They're trapped and bound in their head. Because it's a prison of their own doing, right? The tower's fallen. You can see the truth. You can see things for what they really are. You can see people for what they really are, right? You've waited long enough and you've worked hard enough and you've released all these burdens, responsibilities that weren't yours to carry, burdens that weren't yours to carry, right? You did nothing but work and you waited. Well, yeah, you waited for things to come to fruition because you made the investment, you done the work. You defended your position and you stood up for yourself, yeah? Now you're in line to receive your magic. And you're going to have a brand new passionate beginning with somebody that's very stable. That's a vibrational match for you. Nobody that's in a distorted energy. Nobody that's in spiritual poverty. Somebody that can provide you with stability, the same stability that you've created for yourself. Somebody else's, your counterpart is going to come on in with that. They're sitting on it. They're holding it in their hand, and they're sitting on a world of stability and abundance. And that's what that person, your person. See, the thing is, they held your person back. As the Knight of Pentacles, your person will land on your doorstep as the King of Pentacles. Why? Because they've had the time to grow and evolve. That's why. That's the death and the end. That's the death card. That is the end of feeling like you've been out here doing the wrong thing. That's the fight. That's the fight. Yeah, the Five of Cups. That's the end of you feeling disappointed and defeated. See, the thing is with the Five of Cups, and I've always said this, it's more about reflection, right? There's no use crying over spilt milk. That was when I remember the first deck I got and the book that came with it, and that was like not the tagline. I want to say the tagline, but that was one of the sentences that was in the description for the Five of Cups. No use crying over spilt milk. Now, over the years, obviously, as I've developed, for me, it's like take the lesson, leave the pain. Now you know how to hold the milk properly, so you won't spill it again, right? You leave the pain behind and you take the lesson, because pain is just there to teach you. Learn not to do it again. You don't put your hand in the fire every day and just to know that it burns. You did it once, you know it burns, you let it go. Right? That's the end of you feeling like this, disappointed and defeated and in despair. Because that person's in despair. What have I done? What did I do? All the things you needed to do to grow and evolve, to learn. Look, you went with God. You took that leap of faith and you come away from all that confusion. And that was you committing to your path, to committing to your journey. You're not Alice in Wonderland. You didn't go down the rabbit hole. You gave that a swerve. You went with God. Right? You're no longer confused because you went and did the work. That's the King of Wands. You were focused on this, your spiritual path, yeah, with God. You committed to that, and you took action when it needed to be taken. You did the work, right? Now, expect a message from your person. That's the Knight of Cups. So your person has come to realise how they feel about you. Yes, they have. There you go. There's the Six of Cups. They're going to be returning from the past with an apology for playing with the devil. Look, that's the Hermit. They realise what they've done now, right? And they do know that coming towards you, coming out of this energy, coming away from the devil and out of this hermit energy, because they've had to go within and seek enlightenment, right? They've had to go and reflect on everything. The answers that they need are within themselves. And they're going to take the risk of being heartbroken. 1:11 on the clock. They're going to take the risk of being left out in the cold and heartbroken by you, but they know they have to come forward and they have to tell you the truth about the... I'm going to say this is the Queen of Cups, right? So there's been this emotionally manipulative bitch out here that's been playing them like a fiddle. Doesn't have to be a woman, could have been a man, doesn't matter. Energy's energy, right? But there's justice that needs to be served to a Queen of Pentacles. Where he at? That's you. You've done all the work in the 3D and the spiritual realm, because they were out here being selfish, thinking that everything that was in all these other cups, which we know is potions. Potions. I told you. We don't know what's in those cups. Don't look good to me. They're here. They're coming on in towards you to offer you something stable, something solid, right? They want to come and work with you. They their old job. Because they're done out here with these third-party situations, these covens of witches, right? They want to heal. They want to close out those karmic cycles and start something brand new with you. They've watched you do it. They want to be able to do it too. And they're going to be working on it. And they're out here looking for a victory. Not a fake victory or something false with a bunch of alley cats there cheering them on to do the most. Like these ones out here. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. Come and have a drink with us. None of that fake-ish. They want to do it for real this time. They want a proper victory with you. So that's them. Ascending. Going on their spiritual journey. Leaving all these empty cups behind. Because that's... all those things left them drained. All those cups. All those cups. Yes, that's the 9 of Cups, but that's besides the point. They drunk them all. Because he's got one in his hand. Right? That's the one they didn't drink. It's too late by then. Anyway, that left them depleted. So they've walked away from that situation. Right? And they're ascending. Ascending. Like I said, they've watched you do it. And they want to come on in now and see if they can do it with you. Well, they've done quite a bit of work. We've seen that already. The 2 of Wands and the Lover's card. Yeah, because they've chosen their path. You're their path. You're their destined path. In a traditional deck, the person would be holding the staff with the world in their hand and the other one would be empty. It's a cat, obviously. I'm not going to get into it about cats, but that is what your person is coming in for, because they've been kept away from you. Well, I say kept, they've been delayed, because that's been the intention of these creatures out here, because they've been out here playing with the devil, trying to keep your person stuck in solitude. No more. Right, I'm going to put these away, because I'm drained. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm drained. So, I mean, that's not, so it wasn't too bad, but they've been warned, they were warned. So the thing is, that's a wrap. God said that's a wrap. Look. Mature woman is concerned, because her creatures, her club, is done for out here. Look, I mean, look, the king and the queen of swords, they don't even have their swords up. They're literally, and the king of cups, he's just sitting there chilling like this. They are complacent. Complacent. I mean, look, this one's just sat here waiting. He hasn't even got a piece of paper to be making a deal with. Just sat there, chilling. But you're in line for your spiritual wealth, your spiritual abundance, your divine counterpart, right? As well, we know. Right, I'm going to tidy these up a little bit, because it is messy down here. Look, divine intervention and protection, because you're God's ambassador, held in high honour. That's why you're getting the divine union, regardless of what these creatures have been out here in the woods doing. Yeah? It's happening. They've been getting the message. Their own ancestors have been telling them. Because like I said to you, some of you would have been involved in these covens and clans and societies, gangs, whatever, in your past lives, right? Because some of you would have had covenants with these people in the past. You wouldn't have high level underworld ancestral protection activated if that wasn't the case. Yeah, like I said, you haven't always been down here as an angel skipping around in love and light. You haven't. So I'm going to get some of these cards. Healer of the Ages. Look, that's you. Work to do. Here. All they've done is bind themselves to this one out here, the horned god. Look, you've got a big mission here on earth. Can't stop, won't stop. That's why you've got divine intervention and protection at all times. These lot out here just wouldn't listen. You've got goddess energy. You can't make it up. You literally can't make it up. These creatures, right, got the warning. They're out here. God said that's a wrap. That's anything they've been out here trying to do to you is backfiring on them. They've been out here sacrificing lambs. Let's hope it's just lambs. Calling on other covens. I told you this, probably about 3 months ago now. They were going out to other practitioners from other groups, right? So say they're not kitchen witches, are they? But like, so say they were going to voodoo practitioners or hoodoo, whatever kind of different witchcraft, magical practitioners. I told you they were going to different practitioners. This was months ago. It's when my teeth just came out. To see if they could get different stuff done. Right, here we go. And that's when they got the message. The lights run on their own. Go off you pop. they were alerting other like ancestors and stuff like that, out here doing the absolute most, right, with having moots in the woods with their coven in sacred sites, yeah, trying to do remedies and curses. Told you they were out here scrambling around doing the most. They getting the message, leave it alone, right? Oh, if we go to different people from different groups, I think that different groups, different practitioners, they won't know it's up. It's conspiracy, lovey. It's conspiracy. Even in the 3D world, that holds the same sentence, like in the Muggle world. Yeah? This is the thing. Go and watch anything like gangsters, underworld, I love it when they call it underworld gang. That's literally them telling you how it works in the spiritual realm. Honour amongst thieves. They have a code. It's like John Wick. There's a code. There's rules and regulations. You've got to abide by the rules. If you've been told to leave so-and-so alone because they're listen, I've told you, once the lights are on and you're home, you're a made man. You're like a made man, right? God, goddess energy, angels are protecting you because you've got a big mission here on earth. You're God's ambassador. You've got a seat at the table. You're like the head of a mafia family, for crying out loud. God's ambassador, right? So when they started going to these other people, them out here, they got told. Those people, didn't matter who they went to, they were told, leave that one alone. So they thought, oh, let's go to the different practitioners that they would. Leave that one alone. So now everything's backfiring. They're trying to protect themselves, trying to get some sort of remedy going. It's not going to work. All you did is invite this back on you. Everything. Because you're still going to get this. You are. Regardless of what they're out there doing tonight. They'll be at it soon. That is your job out here. To heal the world. Right? And everyone seems to be under victory. Door to romance. Everyone seems to be out here thinking, oh, we've got to be all doctors and nurses and carers and da-da-da-da. We've got to be coming up with this remedy, that remedy. And no. People are out here doing God's work in different ways. You don't need to be a doctor. You don't need to be a nurse. You don't need to be a carer. You need to speak up and not allow anybody to deceive you. Right? You can't be deceived by any attachments or demons or creatures anymore because you're on your journey. It's time to speak up. Look, angels are protecting. I'm still seeing it. Angels are protecting you. You've released yourself from any attachments and nobody can deceive you no more. Look, 25 and 5. That's May. So maybe something's going to happen on the 25th of May, but that could be the 2nd of May, right? 25, the 2nd of May, or the 5th of February. Take it as it resonates, but I'm seeing it as the 2nd of May now. Because that's just number 5, right? Thinking man. So, and that's still at the bottom of the deck. So the 3rd of September or the 9th of March, but the 9th of March has been and gone. That adds up to a 12, so that could be the 12th of March or the 12th of September. Yeah. Anyway, that's thinking man. So that's like the King of Swords, but it's not the thing. Yeah, the King of Swords. 46 could be the 4th of June or the 6th of April. 46 adds up to a 10. Could be the 10th of June or the 10th of April. Take it as it resonates. But that's your person now, thinking about how they're going to come on in and what they're going to say to you. Look, that's the Sun card. That's number 1, so that could just be January, right? So, that's your person. Because your person has let go of their attachment and they've worked their way past their attachment and they're no longer being deceived by other people. Sun card. right? Look, and now they're recovering. So that could be, that's 19. So that could be the 19th of, could be the 19th of May, the 19th of January, possibly, could be significant, or it could be the 1st of September or the 9th of January. Take it as it resonates, right? On a cornucopia, that's number 11. I'm going to leave it there. So, do we get any? It's an hour and a half, but here we are. If you're here for it, you're here for it. I'm going to get me ink tarot deck out because I want to go over the attachment and the deceit. Right, the Four of Swords. Yeah, recovery. The Empress at the bottom of the deck. Right, recovery. Yeah, rest and rejuvenation. That's what that's like. Right. Look, you can't make it up. I literally split the deck and the Four of Swords just jumped out. You see that yourself. They are recovering from these attachments. They're releasing their demons. Look, the nine of Wands, that's the wounded warrior. They're not about to give up. I'm telling you, they are literally doing overtime out here. They're recovering from these attachments, which are these demons. They're addiction demons, because that's the ones that they've had to fight the hardest. Right, they're not going to deceive you anymore, and they're no longer around people that are deceitful, right? They're recovering from that. They're resting, recovering, and recuperating, right? Rest and rejuvenation, that's literally the same thing. That's the Nine of Wands. They are, they're overcoming any challenges that are being presented their way, because recovery, it's challenging. Right, it's very challenging. I can say that. I speak from experience. Yeah, I've been an addict to a few different things. Alcoholic, you know, drugs and alcohol. Sex is easy enough to give up for me, but other things it's difficult. Every day is a challenge to overcome. Constantly hearing that. Oh, let's have this. Well, you get used to it, you get over it, the voice gets a lot quieter, but this is your person. They've got that to deal with. And this thing is quite loud for a while, right? But they're no longer deceiving themselves, and they're no longer around people that deceive them either. So this is them while they're trying to quiet that noise. They're overcoming the challenges that are being put in front of them and around them, yeah? And they're thinking of what it is they're going to come and say to bring light on the situation, so that you guys can have a brand new beginning. Yeah, right, that's a lot of cards, but 6, right, okay. They want to balance things out with you. This is what they're thinking about. They're thinking about how they're going to do it, because they know that you're part of their destined path. That's the Wheel of Fortune, right? To go with the Sun card. Enlightenment. They've been enlightened to this. They know. They're no longer confused. This was said earlier. They're no longer confused about who you are, where they're supposed to be, what they're supposed to be doing, what their job on earth with you is, yeah? They're in this not in this problem. They're in this energy at the moment of facing judgment, but the judgment that they're facing is from themselves. Because they're no longer feeding their addictions. They're seeing things more clearly now. They're being enlightened. That sun energy, yeah? They're judging themselves. They're begging God to give them a chance to come towards you, because they no longer want to be carrying these burdens. They're trying to become stable, this King of Wands energy. And whilst they're overcoming, releasing their burdens, right, overcoming the challenges so they can release the burdens whilst they're in recovery, they're going through this period of judgment. They're learning from their past mistakes. They're learning from all the things that they're overcoming. Right, all the things that they've experienced, yeah, and facing that and judging themselves with a clear mind, no longer listening to this side of their heads, right, is what's making them more stable, is what's making them see how they can balance their life out and how they're going to come towards you. Look, they closed out their karmic cycles and they want to start something new with you. They're going to travel towards you so they can start something new. Things at the moment a little bit upside down. That's why there's been a bit of a pause in action, but they had to stop for a hot minute so that they can stop and face themselves and see Wagwan. How are they going to face? How are they going to make themselves stable? How are they going to balance things out? How are they going to make it so that there's equal give and take? Because it's not, I mean, yes, Pentacles is about money, but it's not about money, is it really? It's about giving and receiving. Before, they were just taking all that love and affection and that care and kindness from you, and giving nothing back, and being sneaky and doing things in the dark. Now they know that they've got to come forward and reveal to you what has been going on in the dark. They have. And it's going to be difficult for them. But the thing is, they've got a lot of stuff to close down as well, because don't forget, they've been out there doing the most. They have. Look, and they're working really hard on making sure that all these cycles are closed out, that there's nothing left that can come back and bite them in the backside. That's why everything's got to come to the surface and be revealed. Now, don't forget, we've got a full moon coming up next week. So that's on the 6th, I think it is. So by the 3rd of May, things are going to start to be revealed. Well, things have probably already started to be revealed. But by the 3rd of May, things are going to start to come up to the surface. And you're going to have to start dealing with these things. It's going to help you close out these karmic cycles. You're doing a lot of hard work on yourself. Your person's doing work on themselves. Healing. You're their wish fulfillment, right? That's why they're doing overtime, trying to get things done so they can come towards you. You've done your healing. To them, you're a star. You're a star in their eyes. You are their sunshine that lights up their life, and they know that you are their destined path. You're part of their destiny. They can't just land on your doorstep with, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. They know they have to come with receipts. They have to come and show you exactly what they've done. Like I said to you before a few weeks ago, if they were in a relationship with, like I said earlier in that reading earlier, if they were in a relationship with somebody else and they were living with that person, oh, I'm going to leave home, why haven't you done it? I've moved out, okay, let me see your driving licence, let me see your utility bills, let me see your tenancy agreement. Oh, I'm going to get a new job, okay, show me your contract. Don't be listening to what they're going to do. Send them off until they've done it. But this is the thing, that's what they've done in the past. I still do. Talk to people that are, oh, well, you know, they said they're going to do this and they can't do that until next month and blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that and da-da-da. Why are you tolerating that? And why are you kissing and making up with somebody that's coming to you with empty words and false promises? If you're not talking to somebody that's showing you what they've done, then you're more for you. That's the full card, literally. They are willing to take a leap of faith. Are you willing to take a leap of faith? They don't want to be left out in the cold, right? They don't. So they're watching and waiting. They're doing the work in the background because, listen, they're not, they're holding back, right? They aren't letting go, but they're holding back because they don't want to come towards you while they're still in this page energy and risk being left out in the cold. 13:33:33 on the, well, it was 1:33:33 on the clock, right? So, because the thing is, if they come towards you before they're fully ready and they've got everything together, they risk another tower moment because they don't want to come in and deceive you. They don't. They want to come in and do nothing but tell the truth because they want a brand new passionate beginning with you. You make them nervous. You are this spiritual warrioress. You fought your demons. You continue to fight your demons and you still look good doing it. You're a master manifester. You're like the magician out here and they are not going to come in here looking like a fool because they don't want to be left out in the cold. You're the sun. You are their sunshine. Told you this. You light up their life. And they don't want to come on in unless they've got nothing. They've got the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to offer you, right? They know that you will shine the light on any darkness that they've got going on in the background. This is why they are not going to come in this energy. Yes, they're going to take a leap of faith. They want to know if you'll take a leap of faith with them, right? Because they want to give you this brand new stable beginning. But they have to be stable themselves, because they want to give you look, where is it? They want to give you the world. Because you're their wish fulfillment. You're the star in their life. You're the sunshine in their life. You light up their life. And they know you deserve the world and so much more. And they're not going to come towards you unless they're stable enough to do so. They're not. But it's going to be soon, because they have been working on this. Look. Sun and the moon. Yin yang. Can't make it up. And that's the truth. I'm going to end it there now. The Lover's card. They choose you. I can hear you now. I don't want them to choose me. I've done too much. The person that comes towards you is not going to be the same person that left you behind. I promise you that. And if it's not the person that you're expecting, it's going to be somebody that's experienced just the same as you, if not worse, that's been dealing with this sort of stuff. You'll have somebody that comes towards you with this kind of story to tell. And that's the truth. Now, the person that you're supposed to be with, your God-ordained spouse, right, is coming towards you. Whether it's the person that you believe it to be, or it's somebody that you're new, that's going to be dropped in your lap, either way, that person is for you, because God said, right? But for the majority of you, it's going to be somebody that you've experienced quite a lot of stuff with, yeah? They don't want to come in and create more tower moments in your life, because they've come in before they're ready, right? That's why they're watching and waiting. They don't want to come in and be deceptive. They don't want to lie and cheat and manipulate their way back in. They want to tell you the truth. They know they've got no choice but to tell you the truth, because if they don't tell you the truth, they're going to be left out in the cold, and they're not going to take that risk. That's why they're holding back before they come forward, because they don't want to be left out in the cold. But it soon comes. Yeah, look, Five of Cups. They don't want to be in this energy. They're going to take the risk of telling you the truth. So they're going to take that risk. But they know they have to tell you the truth. The name. No, that's the messenger. That's the message about this reconciliation that they want with you. But they're going to take the risk that you might be like, I'm sorry, I can't do that. But this is what they want. This is the Two of Cups. I'm ending it there, right? Because it's nearly an hour and 40 minutes. So, before we go, okay, I want messages from the ancestors. This is my shaman deck, I do believe. Shaman deck. Dancer of frustration and spirit of initiation. Right. Spirit of wisdom. You're unlocking your wisdoms, and so is your person. Oh, shaman of song, yeah. Dancer of frustration. That's your ancestors as well. They're frustrated. They've had enough of this tired old game. Well, it's not a game, is it? But they've had enough. It's time now. God said it's time for you to be together. It's time for you to ascend. It's time for you to grow. It's time for you to get on, do your job. It's time to go to work. Hunter of strength with the hunter of paths at the bottom of the deck. And the hunter of vision and the shaman of stars, right? The hunter of strength, that's you. You have hunted for the inner strength that you need to keep going, and you, every single time you found it. That's the 9 of Wands. Never gave up, right? You've got on your path. And every time there was a roadblock, you found the diversion. So it didn't matter how many times they tried to knock you off your path or load you up with burdens. You were like, I'm going to find another way. And you did, because you had the vision to do so. You are a star, the hunter of stars. No, the shaman of stars, yeah? You're a star. And you're going to shine your light on the world. You're going to show the world how to heal. You are. Because you've done such a fantastic job of it. That's why. No matter what happened in your life, no matter how devastating things have been for you, you've always managed to find a way to show love to others, to get back up and keep going. Nothing and no one ever kept you down or bound for long, bound to misery. Nah. You've always got love and affection, care, kindness and compassion for others that are in despair. Because no matter what you go through, you always, this is the thing, Divine Soul Tribe, you always feel like there's always somebody else out there worse off than you. You don't throw yourself a pit every now and then. You might be like, we all do it. Yeah, we all get despondent from time to time and we all get caught off guard, but not for long. You always feel like there's somebody else. Well, there's other people out there worse off than me. I'll just keep going. You know, I've got to help others. Because it's in your nature. Because you're a star. Because you're God's ambassador. You're a big mission here on earth. And that's why you're held in high honour. That card's number 25 as well. The 2nd of May. I'm telling you, that kept coming up the other day as well. The 2nd of May is important. So that's going to be Tuesday. So just be mindful of Tuesday and Wagwan on Tuesday. And that's a number 3, so that could be the 3rd of May too. So just be mindful, my beautiful Divine Soul Tribe members. You've got divine protection and intervention. On that note, I'm going to leave it there. As a spirit of initiation, I just was looking at myself, was nosy. The shaman of birth. You're being born and reborn and initiated. God's ambassador. Right, my beautiful Divine Soul Tribe. I'm going to love you and leave you. So till next time, stay divine.